She's got a lot of talent there.
Oh, I thought you'd think so. I was a model back in Texas.
Oh, today was an unusual day. But after this, there'll be no more distractions.
Well, hello everyone and welcome back. As I totally realized I forgot to close my curtains. It's gonna give me one moment. There's the moth in that curtain. Oh well, that's life, you know. But either way, we are back with our second series of the day. We are gonna be going. Oops, sorry, I got confused by the music. We are gonna be going over to Division C, Bunker Funtime versus Magnitude Earfquake. So it should be a pretty fun match today. We saw Magnitude Earfquake play, I believe it was last night or the night before. So gonna be a lot of fun to be able to watch them again today. So gonna be a good series coming through, but we've already got the map Icken bands completed. So let's take a quick look at those. And what we have is the coin toss was won by Magnitude Earfquake, and they went for first pick. So Bunker Funtime, they got a map pick, and they decided to ban away Ultrac Pass and Towers of Doom. Meanwhile, Magnitude Earfquake, they banned out Sky Temple and Brax's Holdout. So trying to get rid of the biggest map and the smallest map of the game. Now, first map is going to be Dragonshire once again. So we are going to be headed right back to where we started the day. Going to be going the exact same place we had in game number 1 for the Nexus series. But either way, we are here. And for those of you that haven't been around recently, once again, I do have new emotes now available in chat. There's 5 new ones. We got the pause emote, the hype emote, the Artanis Yay, the Artanis Nay, also known as Hoku and Hoku No. And we also have, I keep forgetting what the 5th one is. Oh yeah, we also have the Stim Pack emote. I'm actually pretty happy with that one. Is this how it is? No, I don't even remember what the capitalization. I'm so bad at remembering these. I usually just click on them even for when I use other people's emotes. I like never use my actual like codes or like the proper names for it. And then yeah, so those are definitely coming through, and I haven't started it yet. I'm planning on starting it after week 3 or week 4, but I will be doing another giveaway this season and maybe even be giving away a jersey instead of a t-shirt like last year. So definitely keep an eye out for that. It is something to look forward to. Now we are just waiting for the players to start the game. All 10 have already joined the lobby, so it shouldn't be too long. And before we do that, again, another quick shout out to the sponsor of today's stream, Factor 75. I believe the link is already in the chat, and in the panel down below. Use my code FACTORSC82337 to get 50% off your first box and free breakfast for a year. It's good quality, it's fast to make, and it is convenient. So try Factor today. But now with that being said, it's time to get into our series. Now, it is going to be the Dragonshire map once again, and kind of like I said, not to repeat myself too much here before game number 1, but it is a map where it's very snowbally. You need to control all 3 lanes to really get the objective fully done. And then, but if you're able to get that even once, you're just able to control the map forever thereafter, because it's so hard to control all 3 lanes if you're behind. If you're missing 2 forts, the other team is completely fine. Those 2 waves are going to be pushing in. It's going to take you more time to clear, and you're going to have to clear more often too. It's just a very difficult time basically for everyone involved. So not going to be too surprising to see if whichever team gets the first lead is able to run away with it. And we had 2 Tyrael picks in the last game, so hopefully we'll be able to see some more of that this series as well. And what's interesting is we haven't seen the same Tyrael twice, because it was that sanctification build in game number 1, and then even getting that level 20 trait upgrade. And that was main tank Tyrael. The game number 2, we had Tyrael in the off lane in our previous series. And that was the Judgment Tyrael, just kind of trying to go for that DPS build. So it's really fun that we had... Oh, whoops. They asked if I was ready. I was the one holding up the game. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we are going to be starting now, because apparently they were waiting on me. But again, I only have 1 monitor, so I'm paying attention to the other things. But it is time. We are heading into game number 1 between Bunker Funtime and Magnitude Earfquake. We are going to be heading over to the Dragonshire. Now, let's see what the picks and bans are going to be. Now, again, I expect Dahaka is going to be decently high priority. Pretty much always is on every single map, but on Dragonshire especially, if you want to control 3 lanes, it really helps if you're able to move between them quickly. And I don't think there is a hero besides technically maybe Vikings that can move between the lanes as fast as Dahaka. But Vikings have a lot of other issues that Dahaka does not have. So yeah, it definitely should be a very interesting pick coming out here. I have seen Vikings picked on Dragonshire before, just not super often. It's typically for those teams that love the Dragonshire, that kind of always, or love playing the Vikings, sorry. And whenever they can whip it out, they definitely will. And I'm hoping to be able to see a few of those teams. I love Vikings. I think they are so much fun. They're one of my favorite hero designs of the game. When I played Dota, Meepo was one of my favorite ones. I could never play him, obviously, because I have very terrible mechanical hands when it comes to microwing multiple characters, but when it's just the one, I can kind of do that. So if you let me play Eric, it'll be fine. But either way, I digress. I've definitely gone a sidetrack there, but the draft has begun, and Stukov has been banned by Magnitude Earfquake, and the Maiev going to get banned away by Bunker Funtime. So a couple of interesting bans. I mean, I don't think we've seen a Maiev yet, but will be interesting to see later on. I mean, the Emerald Bind, obviously very strong playmaking ability, as we do see the Samuro getting banned away by Magnitude Earfquake. Just trying to keep Bunker Funtime off of that. Not the Viking, but definitely very similar in terms of playstyle, at least in terms of getting objectives. Samuro can definitely lock things down for the team. You just send one of those clones up onto the shrine, and you're able to control it while still maintaining that lane pressure and lane priority. So pretty smart move to ban it away. Let's see the Anubrak going to be the final ban coming out of Bunker Funtime, but Magnitude Earfquake, they decided to give themselves first pick, and they're going to take the Joanna for B-Man with that Reinhardt skin, no less. So strong frontline, strong zone control, and I think for Dragonshire that is very important. Those shrines are very small. There's just those 2 very thin bushes to be able to get into them as well. So if you, Iron Skin is such a powerful ability for this map specifically. Just lets you stand there as long as you want, basically. Lets you walk in safely, not having to worry too much about that crowd control or getting flipped back if there's a Garrosh or something like that. So you're on a very solid first pick. But we're going to see the Anduin locked in for Dicello and Vala locked in for Tex. And now over on the other side, Magnitude Earthquake, Sylvanas for Plantfax and Rhaegar for Dirty Dut. So pretty standard picks overall. We haven't really seen anything that abnormal yet. Pretty standard drafts. The team comps haven't really shown what they want to play yet, though. Magnitude Earthquake, with the Sylvanas pick, they could definitely look to just draft single lane push. Maybe something like the Sergeant Hammer, especially with Anduin and Vala already being selected, could be a potential play for them. It would definitely have to be their 10th pick, because otherwise they're going to lose a bit too much priority early on. Or sorry, 8th or 9th pick. I think it could work depending on what they pick next on Bunker Funtime, so they need to keep that in mind as well. Maybe even the Asmodan, but I think that might be a little bit hard to pull off on Dragonshire. But the Dahaka is going to get banned away, and I also just realized, yeah, Dahaka just completely went through the draft over to second phase. We'll get banned out there. But out of the big offlaners, there's still Leoric, there's still Hogger, there's still Blaze, as we see the Stitches getting banned out by Magnitude Earthquake. Man, I still haven't gotten a Stitches game this season. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. People love Stitches. People are always going to end up playing Stitches at one point or another. But next 2 picks having to come in from Bunker Funtime. And I'm wondering what it is that they're going to be prioritizing here. Most likely they're going to leave their flex for 10th pick. And that's exactly what they did. They're going to actually take the Gazlo into the offlane for Batista and Muradin for Zednam. The Gazlo's a very interesting pick. And that was locked in blind as well, not knowing the offlane matchup. It is very good at holding lanes. It's very good at shoving them out, especially with those little turrets. As we're going to see Jimmy Raynor locked in for Stanky Slayer and the Leoric for Dead On. So standard offlane pick, and Raynor, again, not as basic as it gets for DPSs. It will DPS, it will be a long range auto attacker, but Kerrigan, okay, there he goes, hoping for some spikes, especially with this final flex pick. The Kerrigan lock in for Grizzly 64. Now, Kerrigan should be pretty good at taking down Raynor because, He doesn't really have any dashes. He can use the penetrating round to create a little bit of extra space. And then Dirty Dub with the cleanse should be able to at least let Raynor run out of the stun very quickly after Grizzly pulls him back. But we're going to have to see how well it goes, because it is time for game number 1 between Bunker Funtime and Magnitude Earfquake. All right, and we are back for game number 2, or for series number 2, game number 1. Now, gonna be a very fun one to watch here. Bunker Funtime, Magnitude Earfquake. Obviously, these two teams definitely know each other quite well. I've noticed there's always been a lot of camaraderie between the Magnitude rosters and the BFT rosters, so always fun to play into your friends, and always fun to be able to cast these matches for everyone involved. But pretty standard start right now for both two teams, except obviously the Kerrigan. And I don't even know the Kerrigan abilities. It is not often to get to cast this hero. Ravage, Impaling Blades, and Primal Grasp. Okay, we're going to have to figure that out. But yeah, the extra shields are going to be nice if she's able to continue autoing. But the issue is with his shield glare, B-Man should be able to at least lower the efficiency of this Kerrigan on Grizzly. But Zednam immediately going to start placing down those, what are these ones called? Why is it? Oh yeah, that's Zednam, not Batista. Immediately going to be placing down those rocket turrets. We'll get a little bit of vision in this brush, and we'll give them a little bit of extra push. If the minions ever did walk down there. Sometimes they do get pushed or pulled down there during the aggro, but now Grizzly going to be jumping, and they do have the stun. And immediately the Impaling Blades, Tank Slayer down to half HP just to start the fight, but not going to get taken down completely. Will be forced to top, though. That was half HP through the Adrenaline Rush, by the way. Could have definitely been a very dangerous play. Otherwise, the Plantfax going to get hit by the Impaling Blades and will be going down. Tex able to get the first blood for the side of Bunker Funtime. And now with that, they're going to start running in and getting this bot lane priority. B-Man trying to help out a little bit for the team. But again, there's just way too much push coming out of Bunker Funtime right now. But the fact that Grizzly was able to get these kills already, it is a very scary prospect for them. It's just showing that Grizzly's feeling very confident. Is not scared of going in deep and getting those fights going. And I think that's exactly what you need from your Kerrigan. Just having that hyper aggression while knowing that the team is there to follow up on your play. But out of the talents, interestingly enough, we are going to have Ace in the hole, coming in from Tank Slayer. It's usually that or Exterminator, and I think it does make more sense this game to go Ace in the hole. Just get that raw bonus damage during these fights. But it is going to be Karita the Hunter build coming out from Tech. So again, just trying to focus on taking out that front line on this Vala. But in the meanwhile, Grizzly just doing what Kerrigan does, just getting those pushes in, getting that priority in the bot lane. And B-Man is going to be the one that's kind of anchoring in the bot lane, but the rest of the roster has gone up to this bruiser camp. So they are going to get a first push on the top side. But the question is, how much are they trading for this in the bot side? Because right now, Tex is just free hitting onto these cannon turrets. They have the 2 siege minions as well, just pushing in. And this first cannon turret is just going to be gone basically immediately. Grizzly even jumping in for the last bit of damage, but a dive play happening in the top side, and Batista gonna be going down. So Magnitude Earfquake will be able to trade onto the kill, and they have the black arrows with the bruiser camp. So overall, these two pushes, they're definitely being traded, but this is not going to be an even trade, because right now, Magnitude Earfquake, they are pushing much faster than Bunker Funtime. They've already got in the wall. They're now looking for the first fort. And again, it's still being traded on the bot side. It looks like they even tried to dive B-Man, but B-Man's still alive. Taking a lot of damage from Tex, though, and a couple more autos. Tex with one more vault and not even needed. Going to be the Hungering Arrow. Going to be able to pick off that kill in the bot lane. But in the process, the top lane fort is already gone, and they're just going to continue pushing. We have ourselves a 3-minute pseudo base race starting out now. I believe the shortest game in NGS history was something like this, except that's how the game started. But the bot lane fort is going to be going down now. The shrine's now going to be taken as well, as the entire team for Bunker Funtime is going to reset. They did take a lot more damage onto this second wall. So half HP on the cannon turrets on average, and then the gate obviously taken even more. But in the bot lane, this second wall is still in a very good shape for Magnitude Earfquake. But now Dead On holding the mid lane for now, trying to make sure that the Dragon Knight does not go over, but the timing is just not there anyway, as B-Man's going to be able to retake control there. Now the Bruiser Camp is being started as Batista is even close to finishing it actually for the side of Bunker Funtime, but this also means that this bot lane Bruiser Camp should be going in favor of Magnitude Earfquake, and they just seem to be winning out pretty hard on the macro play so far. Because they're getting the extra camps, they're getting the little bit of extra damage. Now B-Man could be in a bad spot, but PlanFax looking to fight. The Chastise does land on it too, and PlanFax actually takes a decent amount of damage, but the chain healing from Dirty Dud going to be more than enough to keep them alive. The Black Arrow is even going to get used just to help with this siege, but now Grizzly64 is here. Only going to be looking for B-Man so far, not the target that they want, not yet anyway. But the Chastise is going to land as B-Man, just trying to buy more time, trying to buy more space for this team. Now the Bruiser Camp in the top side is starting to push in, and Dead On needs to be a little bit careful because it is that ranged melee matchup. Stanky Slayer was looking to try and take this Dragon up, but now Grizzly with the Impaling Swords over top. Grizzly starting to take very low, and 12 HP will survive, is in the bot lane. Tex is able to get a kill, and could even look for more. B-Man does not have a fort here, has the Condemn, and one more hit, and Tex with a double kill in the bot lane. They're going to be able to take control of both these shrines. And now Bunker Funtime, they're going to get the push going on in the top side. Typically, Dragonshire is more of a slow map, but these two teams, they're playing at a very fast pace, just keeping the action going. Now Dirty Dud running into the mid lane, spots out Zednem, and the rest of the roster potentially looking to that siege camp. But instead, they're going to be looking towards Stanky Slayer, walked up a little bit too far and will be going down. Last hit going to be going over to Zednem. And with that, they should have full control of the mid lane. They have full control of the top lane. As Batista and Dead On, they're trying to fight, but they should have more than enough time for Zednem to take this Dragon Knight. And now they're going to start this push, and there's no one here to defend yet. And level 10's also now dinging forward for Bunker Funtime. They're going to get themselves a massive push. Right now, they are tied in terms of structures. Top lane for bot lane. So Zedem just going to try and even that out a little bit, just full on tanking this fort right now. They're trying to get as much damage as possible to this mid lane fort. Shouldn't be able to take it, but while they do have all 5 members here, Batista going to get that push going in the top side with the Death Lasers as well. Just going to be in a better spot. We'll be able to get a little bit of extra priority for Bunker Funtime. And actually Zednem just going to walk away for a little bit, buys a little bit of time on the Dragon Knight. 33% HP, 20 seconds left on the timer. Can start walking up because the rest of Magnitude Earfquake has left. So Zednem can just walk back in, get a couple of extra shots, but in the meanwhile, a teamfight could be brewing on the backside. But now the stun onto everyone with the Entomb as well. And they're just going to be looking for Tex, and Tex is going to be able to survive with the Ancestral Healing. Trying to run away, has those extra Hatred stacks, and has the move speed forward. Instead, Dirty Dud going to be the first to fall. And now without the healer, the fight is going to shift. Zednem going to be looking for Dead On as well, but the healing is still going to be enough for now. It's just the 1 for nothing. But now they can look to take this mid lane fort for themselves. Bunker Funtime in a really good spot. And instead of going for the fort, especially with the clear that PlanFax has, they're just going to turn their attention onto the siege camp instead. B-Man is in the area, but B-Man is super low. PlanFax is here, Stanky Slayer is here, but it's just not going to be enough. So they're going to be able to get themselves to the siege camp at the bot lane, and they have a pretty big wave. They could even just continue pushing in with this. They have the cannon and the 2 siege minions. Tex and Grizzly are here. They have the positioning, so yeah, they're just gonna commit to this bot lane. And during that, Magnitude Earfquake, they're trying to take their bruiser camps, but they're just gonna lose most of this wall in the bot side. PlanFax gonna be able to clear out the wave now, but they've already lost so much. That's now the Iron Skin. Without the Iron Skin, I think B-Man definitely goes down there, but will be okay for now. As Dead On also in a really bad spot, trying to fight with Batista, but so far has not come through. It is Robo Goblin, by the way. So this is going to be more of that fighting Glasgow coming in instead of that team fighting. The Bruiser one, I should say, as now they're able to land the Chastise, but the Condemn lands onto 3, and now Wailing Arrow over top as well. And now they're going to pull them back. Stanky Slayer in a really bad spot. Will get set up. Light Bomb onto 3. And now Dirty Dud and PlanFax, they're going to be the next 2 targets. It looks like PlanFax is their decision. Haunting Wave does buy a little bit of space, but again, one more Vault and Tex. Gonna be able to get that kill. It's 8-1 the kill score. And now they can once again go back to this mid lane and start trying to take down these structures. But B-Man's here. Same with Dead On. Same with Dirty Dud. The totem buying a little bit of space. They're even able to throw out the Entomb, but again, Dicello is there. And the Leap of Faith immediately going to bring them to a safe spot. They're not able to take down this mid lane fort. They've been keeping this mid lane fort alive for so long. They're down a level and a half. They've been losing a lot in the fights, but they are not going to be giving away this structure without a fight. As B-Man once again coming in with a Condemn. And now Tex actually a little bit too far up. Will get taken down entirely. Now the Impaling Blades are going to be their Blessed Shield. Going to get burned as well. And Grizzly in a bad spot. A couple more autos. And Stanky Slayer going to have more than enough damage to finish it off. Dicello going to be the next target. But with the Light Bomb, Dicello going to be able to buy enough space. But that's still a 2 for nothing. And the Dragon Knight is available if they want to try to go for it. Planfax going to be securing this shrine. And Stanky Slayer and Dirty Dot are here in the mid lane. It looks like Dirty Dot going to be the one channeling it and will be able to secure it. So second Dragon Knight of the game going to be going to Magnitude Earfquake. And this has been a very back and forth game. The pendulum, it swings. But Dead On might be a little bit caught out here. Will get stunned up by the Stormbolt. Tries to get away, but doesn't matter how far you go. That bonus damage coming out from, what even is this called? The Robo Goblin going to be more than enough. But Batista able to secure that kill. But they still have the push in the mid lane. Dirty Dot just free hitting onto this fort. Death Laser helping clear the wave, helping clear out this backline. And just DPSing overall into this Dragon Knight. And same story. They're able to get a decent amount of damage onto the mid lane fort. But they're not able to get the mid lane fort. As another puncturing arrow is going to be coming through. Just going to be dealing a little bit of poke damage. 2% left on the Dragon Knight. Just gonna throw that triangle fire wherever possible. But Zednam might be looking for a play. They know that the healer's not out right now, and then they have the Light Bomb into the back, and they're not able to find it. Those Stanky Slayer is going to get stunned up, but the Blessed Shield comes out from B-Man just to help heal. But Stanky Slayer, Rain of Vengeance is going to be caught out, and the Ancestor Healing not going to be there in time. B-Man going to be the next target. Rain of Vengeance still fighting. Dirty Duck going to be next. And just like that, it's a 3 for nothing. And they're able to get the huge team fight victory. They're finally going to be able to secure this mid lane fort as well. Now, obviously, this time around, there is no Dragon Knight, but it's still 20 seconds before anyone respawns. So they can just freely push through this mid lane. They're already looking for the gate. They've already taken one of the cannon turrets, and now they're just looking for the final one. They're even going to continue pushing forward. They have these little traps coming out, the rocket turrets, but they, and it's going to be able to tank for them. Now, Tex even trying to zone Dead On as far away as possible. I don't know if they're going to be able to finish this keep here. Everyone is respawning, and Zednam is decently low, but they're able to get this keep to such low health. Only 2,600 HP left from that original 20k. And now another fight could be breaking out immediately. They do have the level 17 advantage right now on Bunker Fun Time. But B-Man just going to walk through, not going to instigate. Level 16 is now there for Magnitude Earfquake as well. So they're in a good spot. But Dead On starting on the Bruiser Camp is going to get spotted out. Grizzly already in the area, going to be jumping on Dead On. But again, with the Wraithwalk, going to be able to get back out to safety. But they might have to give up this camp. But B-Man does not want to. He's going to pop the Iron Skin, walk in, Condemn as well. Blessed Shield is available, hasn't been used yet. They're just holding on, but Dead On, it's gone down. In the meanwhile, Blessed Shield now pops. Same with Wailing Arrow. They have the Bruiser Camp Zedem now with the Light Bomb, only able to stun it onto the tank. As now Dirty Dot gets pulled back into the backline, trying to get away. But instead they're going to be able to take down this Joanna. Dirty Dot's still alive, and Scissor Healing going to be able to provide enough. But it's another 2 for nothing in favor of Bunker Fun Time. Now Stanky Slayer still trying to poke them off. They still have the little major, but that's all they're going to be able to get. Zednam, Tex, and Dicello should be able to just clear this out, no problem. And I was talking about how this map is a little bit snowbally, as we're even seeing a decent amount of siege damage happening over in this bottom lane. Most of this bot lane keep is gone. And we're seeing how every single fight now just happening on the right side of the map. Every single fight is happening on the terms of Bunker Fun Time against Magnitude Earfquake. They're not the ones that are deciding where to fight. If they're able to hit level 20, they're going to be pretty strong. But now Dead On is all the way alone. Wraithwalk has already been popped, so now Dead On has no safe way out. Just going to get stunned up. Rain of Vengeance, Chastise, not even needed, just there for the extra little flashing lights. And they're going to be able to get control of both these shrines. But now Batista, same story, is alone in the top side, but is trying to fight back. Stanky Slayer taking a lot of damage. Death Laser coming out over top as well. The Unstoppables there too. But Batista still alone versus 3. Not going to be able to win out. Will be going down. So it is that trade on the vertical. And it's going to be the 1-for-1. However, again, the Bruiser Camp has been taken. by Bunker Fun Time. So they're not really able to get anything going fully in their control. Every time they get a trade, Bunker Fun Time, they get the trade and something else. We've seen this kind of be a theme in the last few days, as Dead On is going to be respawning now, but could immediately get jumped on again. Rain of Vengeance there, and the Chastise and the Light Bomb. It says for healing, forced out. But even with that, Dead On forced to use the Wraithwalk to get back to safety. The Totem gonna buy a little bit of space, as now the Banshee is gonna be on his text. Ball to get the perfect time to avoid that Entomb. And Plantfax diving into the backline as well, does have the Unstoppable, not gonna get pulled back. Bloodstain Shield lands on a 4, and now Wailing Arrow lands on a 3 as well. This could be their moment. Grizzly starting to get taken out solo. Everyone is so low on the side of Bunker Fun Time, and Grizzly buying some time, buying some space, will still be going down in the end. It is a very solid pickoff from Magnitude Earfquake. But in the meanwhile, look at this bottom lane. We got the Bruiser camp. We got the cannon. We kind of got the cannon trying to get around those siege camps. We'll be able to now, but they will still get the bot lane keep on the side of Bunker Fun Time. They're even going to be able to bring out the defense, at least for now, for this mid lane. As now Zednam just trying to get in the way, trying to keep them from snagging that Dragonite, as B-Man is walking forward, doesn't have the Blessed Shield, so not able to start the game, but will be able to zone them out enough so they can take the Dragonite on Magnitude Earfquake. And they're just going to walk this Dragonite straight to the bot lane. They're just going to completely skip out on the mid lane as B-Man and Plantback. In a good spot, they could look towards Tex, and Tex needs to be saved by Died Cello. That leap of faith is the only reason that Tex is still alive. And I believe only has the one death. So with the Creed of the Hunter only losing 5% of that attack speed, this has been a very worthwhile gambit so far. Already got that 150 stack point. So that's 3% bonus damage on every single stack of Hatred. But now Dragonite is going to be hitting onto these structures, going to be looking for this wall, as in the mid lane the fort does go down. I'm not even sure to how. I think Plantfax just walked in and grabbed it. But now the Dragonite is just slowly getting whittled away by Tex, and now Grizzly going to get punted off to the side. Wailing Arrow was used though, and now Rain of Vengeance lands on a Dirty Dad, and Dirty Dad just going to get stunned up and taken down. You cannot cleanse when you're the one that is stunned. And with this, they could look to just keep pushing through the bot side. They still have level 20 advantage for a few seconds, so not going to matter too much. Level 20's now going to get hit. But they could look to take this mid lane keep. They could look to maybe even take this game right now. They're just going to run in, take the mid lane keep, try and get a little bit of extra push priority, as Tex is starting to hit onto the core. This is the move right now from Bunker Fun Time. And what about the fight afterwards? They are missing their healer on the side of Magnitude, as Ednam pops the Avatar, and now B-Man starting to get stun up in the front line as well. Just chain stun one after the other. It's more than enough damage. The Entomb now landing into the back line, but Leap of Faith is there. Dead On going to be the next target. Will go down, but it is a 3-for-1 so far, but make that 4. Stanky Slayer going to get jumped on. Plantfax as well, forced to blink away, and that is going to be more than enough. That is all they're going to need. Bunker Fun Time, they just need to walk in and end this game. Plantfax takes a bit more damage, will survive as Tex trying to get that kill, but Plantfax not going to be allowing it. But end of the day, it doesn't matter. Bunker Fun Time, they win game number 1. Hello, TZ. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to this series, Division C Bunker Fun Time versus Magnitude Earfquake. You got to see the end of game number 1 as Bunker Fun Time were able to take that one last pick and walk it all the way in for the end. But the series ain't done. This was just game 1. We still got at least one more, maybe even 2. But with that being said, it is time to go to a short break. But when we come back, we're going to be headed straight into this game number 2. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.
I saw it when I walked, boy. Cursed Hollow.
All right, and we are back for game number 2. Sorry for the long delay. That one was actually on me. Had an upset stomach all of a sudden, so yeah, had to go. But we are good now. We are back, and we are going to be heading straight into the draft here. So special thanks to Microphone and Magnet Earfquake for waiting before starting. But yeah, we are here, and interestingly enough, we are going to Cursed Hollow. So just an absolute repeat of the first series of the day. Hopefully it's not going to be the 2-0. Hopefully Magnitude Earfquake are going to be able to put up a fight and bring us to a game 3, which would be the first game 3 of the season for my casting. So obviously I'm going to be looking forward to that. Like I always say, I'm never biased towards any team specifically, but I will always be biased towards getting a third game. But right now, similar band starting, or I should say the Maiev is going to be a similar band, but Magnitude Earfquake. Not going to let Tex play the Vala again. They decided once was enough. There doesn't need to be a second time. Second band's still going to be the Anubrak coming out from Bunker Fun Time, as Magnitude Earfquake will take the Stukov out as the secondary band here as well. But it is Cursed Hollow, and last time Dahaka did make it through the draft all the way to the second set of bands. I'm wondering if it's gonna happen again this time, because Dahaka's quite good on this map. Dahaka's quite good on most of the big maps, most of the macro oriented maps, and especially for Cursed Hollow. There's a lot you can do just by virtue of having the Dahaka. But first pick on Bunker Fun Time, it's actually gonna be the Samuro. So we saw that ban away last game, and they decided to ban away the Vala instead. So instead they're gonna get the Samuro. Batista gonna be playing that in the off lane. But now the response is going to be Ragnaros locked in for Dirty Dud. As I actually noticed, there is a substitution. It's going to be 2 playing the healer role, as Dirty Dud going to be going into the offlane. So Anduin going to be locked in for 2, Ragnaros for Dirty Dud. On the opposite side, we're going to have Brightwing locked in for DiCello. And so right now they do have the extra global presence with the Brightwing, but Ragnaros obviously going to have the Lava Wave as well, so there are going to be some possible answers. And Muradin going to be locked in for Zednam. So the Anduin not going to be able to get the Muradin Dwarf Toss combo, but there's other combos that Anduin can do, and you don't necessarily even need to combo with Anduin. I think that's one of the beauties of that. Hero's just super strong, even just as a defensive healer. Does not need that extra aggression. The chastise on its own is usually more than enough. But next ban is going to be coming through, and it's going to be the Zul'jin. Very interesting proactive ban coming out from Magnitude Earfquake. They do have just the Muradin in the front line. I wouldn't be shocked to see maybe Joanna get banned away here on the side of Bunker Fun Time. If they do want to get rid of the tank, last time it was first picked by Magnitude Earfquake. This time around, it has gone all the way through to the second phase, but there's also the Dahaka, but both sides have locked in their offlaner, so unlikely they're going to lock that in. And I said they're going to ban out the Sylvanas, so going to have to be a bit of a different pick this time around. So with that being said, they still need a tank. I expect they're going to lock in
Finally,
Alarak as the first DPS you lock in. That is a very, very interesting pick. Now, Alarak obviously needs to snowball, needs to scale, needs to get those stacks up. And we see Tyrael locked in for B-Man as well. Okay, this is a very, very interesting draft. Now, I think Alarak can stack pretty freely on stuff like Samuro, as we see Li Ming and Illidan coming out of Bunker Fun Time. Okay, these are some interesting drafts. So the more I look at it, I actually think Magnitude Earfquake could be okay here, because Illidan's really good into auto attackers. Obviously has that full dodge, but magic damage is always going to be able to come through, and Alarak deals a ton of magic damage. They don't have a dedicated auto attacker yet, and frankly with the roster that they have on Bunker Fun Time, they might not even need one. And yeah, they're just going to take the Chromie for Dead On instead. I think that's a really solid pick. I think that's going to make this draft a lot easier for them to play. It's going to give them a lot more opportunity to take down Bunker Fun Time. I'm very curious where they're going to go with this. And I'm also curious what kind of Tyrael this is going to be, because they can go Judgment, but Brightwing's going to be able to cleanse it. And then at the same time, I don't know if they have the follow-up damage, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and see as we're heading into game number 2. All right, we are back, and it is time to head to the second series, or to the second game of the second series between Bunker Fun Time and Magnitude Earfquake. And we are going to be going back again to the the Cursed Hollow. So, gonna be interesting to see how these two teams do play it. Now, the boss taking is going to be a lot of fun to watch for both of these two teams. I mean, I think Illidan might even be able to solo the boss if I'm not mistaken. It does take forever, so if it gets interrupted, definitely not going to be a good look for Grizzly, but technically it's doable. But they're pretty squishy overall on the side of Bunker Fun Time. I think that they're going to have a lot easier time with the bosses on the side of Magnitude Earfquake. I think in general I prefer their draft. I think they have a lot of good counter to Grizzly. They have a lot of good counter overall to what Bunker Fun Time's trying to bring out. But at the same time, if Tex is able to just land a big burst onto Dead On, or maybe even onto Plan Fax or 2, the fights could definitely just swing. The pick-off potential is still decently high. They don't have a lot of lockdown is the only issue on Bunker Fun Time. They're basically just needing to land those skill shots from nothing, and they need to land them together. Now Batista able to get a little bit of push in the bottom lane. B-Man now going to be matching here. Planfax is going to be joining in as well. And kind of like I figured, it makes sense to have Planfax matching Batista. With those clones, you can still stack the sadism. So all you need to do is just grab, hit those single spells, and then I believe that comes in with the level 4 talent, the one that's normally taken. But not sure. Might also be the passive or the trait. I'm not even sure anymore. Yeah, this one's just from takedown, so that's going to be coming through later. But right now in the mid lane, first move is going to be coming through from Bunker Fun Time. They're going to be able to get a little bit of siege, which is another strong portion of their draft right now. Tex going to be able to just continuously land those orbs, land those magic missiles just onto these walls. B-Man can tank a little bit of it, but obviously not everything. But 2 and Dead On going to be taking the Bruiser camp over on the right side. We're seeing Grizzly soloing onto the Siege camp on the left. So, but still slight camp advantage overall going to Magnitude, because the Bruiser camp is a lot stronger, but Tex starting to get taken out a decent bit low, and the Chastise lands on his Zednam, but with the Dwarf Toss, going to be able to get back out to safety. But Tex and Zednam did take a lot of damage for that. They're both going to have to tap, and with that, it's going to be a little bit harder to defend here. The Bruiser camp is on the way. It is going to be providing that spell armor, so Tex not going to be as strong here, but Grizzly's in the area. Tex could once again be in trouble, forced to teleport up over the wall. Grizzly taking a decent amount of damage too. Those sandblasts really hurt, and that's why I really like this Chromie into Grizzly. Now Dragon's Breath unfortunately was down at the time, so not able to really follow up onto the Grizzly, but Planfax down the area just trying to get a little bit of extra poke. And there we go, negatively charged. So it looks like it's a full Lightning Surge build coming through. And I'm guessing that the main play here is to just try and have that extra consistent damage that they can deal over towards Grizzly with this build. Because right now there's going to be a lot of blocking potential there. Just being able to evade all those free regular autos. In general, just hard to hit the skill shots. May as well just have that consistent negatively charged coming through. Be the pseudo auto attacker for the team. Now Dirty Dud is getting pushed into the top side. Tribute has spawned there as well. They're seeing 2 getting caught out a little bit. The Chastise is there, but the stun is there for 2 as well. Divine Star is going to be able to heal 2 up, and now Grizzly starting to be in a dangerous spot. This has there as well. Grizzly push back and will be going down first. Dicello will be able to get the Tribute, but First Blood going to be going over to Magnitude. And now with that, they do have the one player down. Can they get anything from it? They're just going to get a little bit of damage onto this top lane wall. Going to begin the siege. Now Dicello and Zednam on the way. Same with Tex. But they're going to be losing most of this wall, if not all of it. Zednam going to take a little bit of poke on the way out as well. Just for fun. Why not? And in the bot lane, Batista continuing this push. But so far, hasn't really been able to get too much damage done here in this bottom lane. As Planfax just free hitting on a Batista a little bit with those autos. Batista, though, has that extra healing potential. Taking a lot of damage, though. And with that chain lightning, almost enough to take down Batista. I think it's a chain lightning. It's a lightning surge, sorry. But yeah, the Alarak definitely winning out in those 1v1s as Tex starting to get run down by B-Man as well. Stormbolt not gonna land. If that Stormbolt landed, the Dragon's Breath lands, and that is a very, very deadly Ming. But Tex able to just back it out, will be safe. As now Grizzly and Batista gonna get started on their Bruiser camp as Zednam and B-Man just kind of fighting for positioning here for the second tribute. 3 seconds until it spawns. First move is gonna be here for Magnitude as Grizzly just trying to get in the way. Not gonna be hit by the silence, just gonna be slowed a little bit as Zednam with the Stormbolt gonna be able to interrupt 2. Now it is gonna be the 4v4, but the healer is gonna be coming in, so make that a 5v4, and they definitely have the numbers now. But how long can they hold? How much time can they buy? Because right now they're still pushing to the top side. B-Man still trying to stand in the middle of it, taking down so low. But Batista and Grizzly, they're diving onto 2. B-Man's taking a lot of damage on the offside as well. And 2 will end up going down. B-Man gonna be the next target as well. Gonna get hit by the burst coming out from Tex, but it's not gonna be enough to get the kill. It is gonna be the 1 for nothing, and it's also going to be the tribute. Going over to Bunker Funtime. Dirty Dot did get a decent amount of push in the top lane, got a little bit of damage onto this fort, and managed to finish the rest of the wall. But with it being the second tribute, and this was one that was closer to the right side, this one should have been favoring Magnitude to be able to take. Might not have been worth it. It'll all depend on how much Magnitude can do for these next tributes. But the boss take is going to get started, and Magnitude nowhere near theirs right now. It's just going to be Bunker Funtime getting started on theirs. It will take them a while. I don't think they have a lot of DPS, but as you can kind of see, Zednam and Grizzly, they don't really take damage off this boss. The healing from DiCello is more than enough to keep them alive. But yeah, it should just be a free boss going for them. And honestly, with the timing, they could even look to continue to contest the enemy boss. Just leave this one in the bot lane and go from there. As now Batista is the one that's scouting out this top side, has the clones walking through. The boss is going to be done for Bunker Funtime, and it is going to be pushing. And they're doing exactly that. They're just going to immediately walk up to the top side. B-Man taking a little bit of poke, but now the Judgment coming in, and they're looking straight for Tex. But the Polymorph is there. Same with the Temporal Loop, and Tex just going to be getting burst down. But now Grizzly diving into the backline dead on. Already gone from Batista as well. And now it is the 1 for 1. But Bunker Funtime, they still have the boss pushing, and Batista is going to be the one that has the control, and B-Man going to get zoned off of this. So that's going to be the curse going against Magnitude and Bunker Funtime. This is their chance to really solidify this lead, and this boss is going to be able to do that in the bot lane. Just immediately pushing in, should be able to take this fort, no problem. But the question is, what can they get, and where can they get it still on Bunker Funtime? It is still only 7 minutes, so they're not that strong in terms of their raw DPS. They're not going to be able to take down these structures super fast in a regular fight. But right now, Grizzly not going to get hit by the chastise, but is starting to get decently low. B-Man looking for the play as well, but the phase shift coming out from DiCello going to let Grizzly be right back to full HP. But they can just continue this play, and PlantFax could be looking for a play again, just trying to hit onto those chain lightnings, or on those lightning surges. 9 stacks so far, 86 on the sadism though. Which is definitely unfortunate. You want more of a light bomb. It's going to land on a Grizzly. Chastise lands on it too as well. Do they have the damage? And they are going to be able to take down the Brightwing. And after that, it's going to be Tex 50 HP left. And PlantFax with the extra little shove, going to be able to get the kill up to 92 stacks now. So that's going to help quite a bit. But in the meanwhile, Batista was pushing down through the mid lane, did get the fort, will be able to get a lot of damage onto the wall as well. Bot lane wall is doing pretty okay. The boss did finish off the bot lane fort though. So it is going to be a huge map advantage right now for Bunker Funtime. However, looking at the experience, because it's 42 in kills, because they've been soaking a little bit better, it's actually a half-level lead for Magnitude Earfquake. So they might be able to bring this game back, and now they're going to have their opportunity. They're going to take their own boss camp. They have level 13 advantage, but Judgment coming out in the mid lane. Dirty Dot going to be focused down. I don't think Dirty Dot has anywhere to go. The Polymorph's there. The Arcane Orb not going to land. Not even needed. Last hit going to be coming through for DiCello. And now again, it's going to be 4v5 on the map. The boss is pushing on the top side. So what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to come back and defend into it. But if the boss is able to take this down for them, if this boss is able to get this fort, it would be okay, but it's going to be close. The DPS is really up there. One last slap, though, and the boss is going to be able to secure that top lane fort for Magnitude. So they're going to be able to even out a little bit of that map pressure. In fact, their top lane should have the passive push now, as Tex is going to be jumping in. Takes a little shot from the fort just in return for the poke. As both sides are just kind of playing for the macro right now. Just trying to get their waves shoved out. Trying to make sure they have vision in the first moves, as Tex trying to get taken down decently low. But with the healing coming through, Zednam going to be able to stun up Dirty Dud. And Dirty Dud just again will get taken down. Zednam just finding that extra angle. Batista also getting caught in the bot side. But this is Samuro. Samuro is not an easy hero to catch out, as the pushback not going to be able to land from PlantFax. Lightning Surge is still available. Could definitely still look for that extra damage, as Tex takes a decent amount of damage from it. And that's already going to be 2 of the heroes. So once 5 heroes are hit, the range is going to go up. And I mean, there's a lot of different quests here. I'm not sure which rewards they have. I don't know if there's something I can check. Oh, yeah, I can. So Extended Lightning is done. Triple hero center hits needs to happen still. But that's going to give the extra range. That's going to give the extra slow. And then increase sadism by 10% and instantly gain all the other rewards. Okay, so you can just literally get it with one spell. That's actually pretty insane. I don't know too much about Alarak, as you can probably tell. The time trap is there, and Tex is standing right on top of it. So this could be an opportunity for them to play as PlantFax just trying to interrupt on a day. Cello Zednam may have gone a little bit too far, but the Avatar has already been popped. Zednam still in the middle of everyone. 2's the one that's taking the most damage so far, not Zednam. And once again, they're continuing. D-Cello starting to get low. Will be forced to jump away. Now Dirty Dud trying to channel, but again, Tex over the wall. Going to be able to deal so much damage. Trying to keep them alive, as well as Batista able to find the back line. Now, how is the fight going on both fronts right now? 2 is getting hit by Batista, and the area they're able to land the chassis, but Batista again just able to jump away, go invisible. Dirty Dud still trying to get the channel, but neither side really able to commit onto it. But Bunker Funtime, they have the push in the mid lane. They're gonna have those bruisers shoving in while they're just buying time up here onto this tribute. And they don't even need this, but now Grizzly is going in. Judgment in reply, and Grizzly is just gonna go down, but Deadon gonna be the second to follow. And now Light Bomb does land on 2, but 2 is gonna be polymorph right now. Will be able to back away, but now Batista in the backline. Same with Tex, but Tex starting to get really low on mana. Dicello is gonna be coming in with the face of Batista. We're starting to get really low as well. A couple more hits is all that's needed. And PlantFax able to get that kill. 122 stacks of sadism now. PlantFax really starting to get scary, but again, the interruption is there on Dirty Dud, and push is still continuing in the mid lane. And now they're looking onto this Brightwing. D-Cello is going to be able to just blink heal out to safety, as PlantFax did try to burn that counter strike, but not going to be able to land it. Eventually, Dirty Dud will be able to secure that, but look at the damage they took in the mid lane. This is the first tribute of the game for Magnitude, and they lose almost their entire mid lane keep for it. Now the Lava Wave is going to come down, will be able to prevent the push in the top side, get them a decent amount of soak, as another fight is going to be coming through in this bot lane. But the hunt is going to be back up in just 10 seconds. All the main team fighting heroics are going to be there. Lava Wave's not, but obviously that's not really used in fights anyway. But now Judgment onto Tex, but can anyone follow? And it doesn't seem like they can. Zednam and D-Cello are in the area. Zednam gonna get stunned up by the Light Bomb. The Avatar is gonna be there. The silence only comes out a little bit after, but the hunt in the backline. Grizzly just trying to dive onto the backline. PlantFax is the one that's in a bad spot, but now with the temporal loop, Grizzly again trying to survive. Will heal up the counter strike, not gonna be able to land back onto anyone. Another fight is still continuing. Dead on in a bad spot. Will get pulled back, but that's where Grizzly is, and Grizzly's still free hitting. And they're able to take 1. They're able to take down Dead on as well. 2 is going to be in a bad spot. B-Man's in a bad spot. B-Man is gone. 2 is gone. And just like that, it is a 4 for nothing. Bunker Funtime just exploding that team fight out of nowhere. And it's just going to be PlantFax that's left alive. They have a wave in the bot lane, and that's exactly where they're going to go. Batista just immediately going to start wailing onto that wall, just trying to hit it as fast as possible. Blade Storm going to get used as well. This could be an opportunity for them to maybe even look for the end. Bunker Funtime could definitely look for the 2-0 here, as the counter-strike not going to be coming through. So Tex is able to survive for now. But PlantFax, 134 sadism stacks right now. Not enough for the one-shot potential, but could definitely still be a threat. Now Judgment is available. B-Man is now back. But without the rest of the team, it is going to be dangerous. Tex does teleport into a bad spot, and continuing to as well. But unfortunately, the pushback not going to be able to land. But that's going to be 2 keeps going down now. So the structural advantage really starting to favor Bunker Funtime, as Grizzly64 just going to run down to the bot lane, get the tribute, and the boss is available. And again, they're not in position on the side of Magnitude to take their own boss right now. So I think this is an opportunity for Bunker Funtime to take their boss and immediately rotate up. Batista even going to be scouting it out for now, but the Lava Wave going to buy a decent amount of space as they are going to get started on their own boss. Now the question is, can Batista buy enough time for the rest of the team to arrive? Or is Batista just going to be a nuisance and they're just going to be happy trading bosses? But one potential difference is this could be a game-ending boss. If they push in with this, they could just look to end the game here and now. They have cannons in the mid wave. They have cannons in the bottom wave. Lava Wave's already been used. 90 seconds till the next one. But they're not going to push in with it yet. They're going to take the Bruiser camp first. Potentially join up with it later on. Or potentially just try and steal away some camps. Or even wait out this tribute. Another curse could also spell disaster for the side of Magnitude Earfquake. Now they are going to send all 5 of their team members to try and help clear out this boss. So it shouldn't be able to get too much damage onto the core. Maybe even to 0 in terms of permanent damage here. But one more stomp going to help them get a little bit of extra time to DPS it down. And now it's going to be landing. But 1 slap, 2 slap, 3 slap, 4 slap, and it is gone after the final stomp. But now the boss on the top side does actually get a little bit of value. Not going to get too much, but it's still going to take one of the cannon turrets, going to take one of the gates. Definitely going to get a bit more value than the one from Bunker Funtime, but level 20 advantage is now here. And they're still over half a level away from level 20 on the side of Magnitude as 2 almost gets hit by that arcade orb. Could have been scary, but Light Bomb is there, and B-Man not able to follow it up. So the Light Bomb is going to be on cooldown for the next 60 seconds. Batista's in the area, but B-Man spots it out the chastise. Not going to be able to land. And it looks like they want to fight for this Bruiser camp, but they have 20s on the side of Bunker Funtime. This could be a very strong moment for them to just continue this play, to just continue this fight. And luckily, not luckily, Magnitude smartly decides to back away. They know they don't have the 20s. They know they're down those talents. It is not worth the risk for one single camp that they can clear away pretty quickly as a team. Lava Wave even going to be coming into the mid lane just to help clear out a little bit of extra pressure. Batista gonna be able to minimize the amount of influence that's gonna have by also being able to clear it out in turn. But second Lava Wave now pushing out through the bot lane. And now Zednem is going to get spotted out. Gonna get the double Stormbolt and a little bit of poke damage coming in from Tex, but the damage just is not that strong yet. Now the Judgment is going to be coming through. Do they have the follow-up? And Tex just barely out of range. Planfax not able to land. Now B-Man able to get the stun on the 2 in the backline, but the Hunt in the backline as well. Grizzly just looking for the Batista now with the Blade Storm. They're able to find Dead On, and Dead On's going to be the first one to go. But now Dirty Dut is going to be going into the 4-2. Now the next victim trying to run away, trying to kill him with the flash heals, and Grizzly going to be able to finish off that kill. It's a 2-0 as Batista will be able to secure the curse as well. Now Planfax and B-Man, they need to try and get out of here. B-Man going to be targeted next. In the meanwhile, Dirty Dut going to get finished off. And can they get out? And does it even matter if they do? Because at this point, B-Man, 700 HP, trying to get a run down to Batista, able to get it, Tex, able to teleport out just before Planfax is able to get the return. And just like that, it's a 4-0. And they could look to end the game, but instead they're going to be looking to end Planfax instead. Just needing to pad the stats a little bit. Zednem able to jump forward, has the extra stun. Counter-Strike is going to come through on a Dicello, but it's not going to be enough. Planfax will survive. But what won't survive is the core. And just like that, Bunker Funtime, they're going to be able to come in here. They're going to be able to get the 2-0. And eventually they're going to get Planfax as well. 14-6 in kills. And the full-on domination for Bunker Funtime. Now, this game probably was not as close as the first game. I'll definitely give it that. Bunker Funtime, they took an early lead, and once it got there, they were just able to hold it. But Planfax dealing so much damage that game. I mean, it's rare you see an Alarak this high, almost tying the Li Ming, well above the Illidan and the Chromie. Now, the Hunt coming out from Grizzly. I thought Chromie was a strong pick. I did not know Grizzly's game. Grizzly was just constantly on top of Dead On, just making sure that this Chromie never had a chance to play. They had the temporal loop onto Tex a couple times, but they were just never able to make all those plays coming together. So unfortunately, Magnitude not able to come out on top today. Bunker Fun Time going to be the one walking away with a 2-0. But now it is time for our favorite segment, which is where we try and find a player for an interview. So give me one moment as we'll see if any of them are willing to come through. Boom. One death makes a big difference on the Alarak? Yeah, for sure. Once you lose those sadism stacks, it's so hard to come back in.
Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Now for everyone in chat.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah, it definitely was. But for everyone in chat, I am joined here by Zednem from Bunker Fun Time. So, fun games.
Hello, everyone.
Game 2 especially seemed a lot more fun for you guys. But how does it feel getting that domination?
I felt good to be an introductory game for NGS this season. It was good. It's always good to get the first win of the season. Like it sets up good positive for the whole team. Like everyone's in a good mood now.
Yeah, so I know that this is a game that actually Magnitude Earfquake have been looking forward to because correct me if I'm wrong, but your two teams are pretty close, aren't they?
Well, yes, we kind of switched people. Grizzly used to be on their team, and Plant Facts used to be on our team, kind of thing. So it's kind of like a foreign exchange thing.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun. That's why you saw the targeted bans towards whatchamacallit, Plant Facts.
Yeah. But
Gotta ban the Maev. If you don't ban Maev, everything is just messed up.
I mean, yeah, Maev's an absolute terror in the right hand, so not surprising to see that getting removed.
Yeah.
But with this game, you got the domination, but it's still early on in the season, just the first week. So my question to you is, what are your goals for your team for this season?
For this season, we want to get like a better synergy. I think I think we landed someone that's actually gonna stay, because we've been losing someone like every season, but we have the same core team. So we're trying to get this one person to stay, Grizzly. Hopefully, if he doesn't leave, that'd be great. But and then we want to go up to the next division. This is kind of like it's like a synergy building season for us.
So you probably have high hopes for placements then for Div C, no?
Yes. If not, that means we need more work. That's all that means.
Yeah, fair enough. But now, with this still being early on in the season, are there any games that you are looking forward to playing? Any teams you specifically want to play this season?
Magnitude was probably the one at the moment, just because Plant Facts was on the team. What was the other one? Oh, heck. I'm horrible. I have a horrible memory. I forget who's all in this.
That's completely okay. I watch most of these games and I forget it too, so...
Yeah, well, we have Macro Machines. They're the sister team in the bunker. Probably them. Gotta beat up Hoku.
Yeah,
maybe Cloud of Mines, because I used to be on Cloud of Mines. Who's the captain of... Rackham? Yeah. I like Rackham. Oh, Weenus? Yeah, definitely Cloud of Mines.
A lot of fun games to look forward to.
Oh, yeah.
But...
Weenus was there when I created the name for Bunker Fun Time.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Gotta get that synergy, and then you gotta show them you're better, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's always fun showing people you're better.
Yeah, I mean, that's
in
why
a good
we
way.
play games.
No,
I'm kidding.
Not to throw shade, but
yeah,
I just like having fun.
That's what the fun's about, having that ego. No, I'm not calling you out for having an ego. I can assure you mine is much larger. I don't know why I have an ego, but I do.
It's all right.
But yeah, with that, are there any shout outs or anything you'd like to say to the crowd before we all part our different ways?
Well, thank you for casting. Thank you for everyone for watching. Hope it was fun to watch. Thank you to my team for being awesome. For Tista, just filling in when we needed. That was awesome. And the other team, thanks for playing us. Plant Facts, we hate you, but we love you.
I mean, okay. Well, thank you very much for coming to the interview, and congrats again on your domination. Have yourself a great night.
Thank you. You have a great night, too.
Bye.
Bye.
And with that, it is time we start closing out this stream. We're yet to get a 3-game series on the Tokibi stream. I don't know if it's just my stream that's cursed or if all the other games have been kind of the 2-0s as well, but hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed the games. I am going to be live again tomorrow with more Div C. Going to be CM Daybreak versus Macro Machines. That's going to be at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. Be sure to watch it. And then Friday going up to the Nexus Division with Magnitude Tsunami and Came From Behind. So be sure to check that out as well. And once again, got new emotes. If you haven't seen them, be sure to check them out. I'm very happy with them. Eventually, I am planning on redoing all my emotes in that style. So that's something to look forward to. If you have a Prime sub, that's something you can take and start using wherever you like. And finally, huge shout out to Factor75. Not going to go on too much about them because I have been all day long, but click the link in the chat, use my code, and get yourself some delicious food straight to your door. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. You have yourselves a great night.